Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Dak Prescott, the Cowboys. Keep it rolling. Fired up for this one. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. Not only is it a great, cheap way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So if you are interested, hop over there, join, become a member. The link is in the video description. As for this video, let's get into it. Dak Prescott, the Cowboys, putting the smack down on the Commanders. Right out the gate, Dak Prescott just doing work versus middle field open. Hit this pipe from the number 3 here. Right down the hash, thing of beauty, on time, in rhythm, decisive, absolute strike. Now, I will say that I absolutely love the vast majority of this design. So the first part of this, what this route is we're going to take the middle of the field. We're going to catch split field safety. We're going to have this linebacker type running with us. So all we need to do is put this thing right where we want, right down the middle of the field. Now, the other thing that I love about this is that this is a quads formation. So we're in a condensed 4 eligibles, 1 up top, 1 by 4, just creates all sorts of chaos here. So if this wasn't here, and then we kind of get to what the bones, I'm not sure about the path of this seam by the number 2, but essentially 3 by 1, 4 verticals over here with a little bit of a choice here from Lamb. So there's just great options all over the place. Again, I love quads bunch, one of my favorite formations in all of football right now. Great job taking advantage of it. Again, great vision. That's a strike. This is a great vision, but it's also a great throw. I mean, it's right down his path, right on stride, on the money. Simply outstanding from Dak Prescott. Again, Dak at his best, in rhythm, on time, decisive, and again, helps when you're throwing to open guys. Talk a lot about it, but that linebacker, 57, has got his back turned. He's only covering the width of his shoulders. Now, you can't throw it between his shoulder blades, but anywhere else is going to have a great shot. It's a strike of a throw, and that is a big chunk. Next one here, 3rd and 4. We're going to go 3 by 2 to 3 by 2. Middle field closed, man. Talk a lot about the leverage element of what we're working with here. Now, even though it looks closed at the start, it ends up being a little bit of a funky formation, and you're going to see bastard formations like this when you've got a dude that is rolling like 88 is rolling right now. I actually think it ends up being probably not the correct leverage that they want. So for me here, when I'm saying middle field closed, I'm saying there's a post safety. Now at the snap, he comes over the top. Now, is that a true double? Are they doubling Lamb right here? If they are, you would want opposite leverage. So if it was middle field closed, if it stayed like this, middle field closed, I would imagine this leverage to be outside. Like you're trying to funnel this in. Well, then a slant is a perfect call. You just got to get it on him before he hits the safety. If it's a true double and we're going to run over the top here or play 2-man down here to the bottom, you would want like inside eye leverage. So you wouldn't want to give up this slant here. That would be really hard to get versus inside leverage. So some sort of miscommunication. Can't say I'm surprised by Washington's back end being confused. Creates a little bit of space and Dak makes them pay. But again, you can see the safety, right? Looks like he's in the middle, runs to the half field. Hard to play defense like that. Hard to have that kind of leverage when you have no safety help inside. So a little bit with the shift motion to create that look. And again, that's too easy for these guys. Way too easy. Drop 8, first down. Next one here, touchdown pass off a screen. This to me is off drive screen. In the West Coast world, you're going to get that shallow. Great job by the big guys getting out, and that's as easy as it gets. Outstanding call, great design. Love a good high red zone screen for a touchdown pass. Way too easy. Watch the big guys get out, cover everybody else up. That's outstanding. Now, the part about the offensive architecture I want to talk about is this motion and route. So what I'm used to calling flanker drive. So this side, we're coming down in motion, and we're going to run that shallow or drive route. The reason you do that with a screen, I actually like the screen as a flow screen better where it comes from over there. But if you're going to run it from the traditional same side over here, is you're hoping someone runs or matches that drive. So he go with that thing. So once he goes with it, we then have everybody covered up. We've got, I think the tight end comes out and blocks the corner. We got the offensive line on the big guys, and it's just a beautifully well orchestrated call. So watch that motion and the route, and watch the linebacker match to it. See him match to it? There it is. And then we got him. Now we got 3-on-3 down here to the bottom. Everybody wins their block. Accelerate in, and that's a walk in. It's simply outstanding. It's a great call. It's not great defense. Nobody getting off blocks. But man, Dak doing a nice job. Put it right on him. Nice execution of the screen. Just a great play call. Next one here. This is an old school play. We're going to shift to like strong eye left. We're going to fake like we're running down here to the bottom. Quick little token fake. Then we're going to throw a backside slant. And really this is all predicated off the placement of the weak side linebacker. So I'll point him out here right in the right B gap. This player, if he is tight here, and usually you come out and it's almost like a little flash fake, like we're going to run power downhill this way. And it's just hold this right here and you rip that slant in right behind him. If it's not there, you've got essentially spacing on the backside. So it's just a really easy way to take advantage of those linebackers who want to tuck themselves in, get involved in this run game. Hold them there, got it. And again, just put 52 on a top. Spin them around. And again, probably too much space, if I'm being honest, for 88 up top. But you can see the window pre-snap. So again, great design. Tight weak side linebacker. Tight split here. So a little bit unconventional as far as up and then into that slant area. But you've got everything flowing down here, right? We're coming downhill. We're coming downhill. Coming out on that little stop, out on that little hitch. And you just read that thing right to left. These are old school staples. Two back. Trying to get downhill, run it. And again, you can barely even tell it's a fake from Dak. It's supposed to look like a reverse out. 1, 2, 3, on him. And you can see the back a little bit getting into the swing. So no. Great job. Got that play seared into my memory from back in the day, man. Jeff Garcia used to be so good with the West Coast going 1, 2, 3, so quick. He'd get it to that back. And just token little fake. 1, 2, 3, on him. Way too much space. Mini chunk. Let's go. Next one here. One of my favorite football plays. This to me is big old Dino from the slot up top. We're going to boot to it. He's going to sell that corner and run that post all the way back across the field. Just do him dirty. Don't miss a layup. Doesn't have to be a perfect throw. It's an outstanding route. We're going to bring the tight end across. He's going to seal the edge. Play fake to the left. Boot out to the right. Set up and cooks him up. That thing is too easy. Again, it's a beautiful route. It really is. This play has become more and more popular versus middle field closed man teams. So you catch middle field closed here. You're going to run man. He wants him to release inside. So he goes inside. Oh, yeah, that's great. We're running with him on the outside hook, outside hip. We're going to lean into the corner like we're running corner. We're trying to make this look like smash up here. Lean into it. It's going to get that safety over the top. The nickel player, the corner, thinks he's going to run to the corner. He's got to cover that thing. And then we're going to put our foot in the ground and come back across on the post. And because it's man coverage and there's nobody back here, we've got all this space to be able to put it up. And so we're going to change the launch point. Quick little token fake. Get out here, set your edge. Got to have a tight end who can hold up on the edge and then make that throw. Just a thing of beauty. Watch that route from the slot. Up, lean on him. Got him. Again, see what it does to the free safety. Look at the free safety. He feels the quarterback going to his right, so he opens to that side. Then we cross him up. Foot in the ground, back across. That is so good. Great call, great execution, good enough throw, hell of a route. Just love to see it. Again, aggressive down the field. You take away anything from this game, watching it with the All-22, Dallas was so aggressive down the field, hitting big shot after big shot, and that's an easy one. Next one here, 2nd and long. We're going to get more than a little lucky here. This is a weird one because it looks like Dak turns down a few decent options here. Potentially could have got crossed up with his tight end. We're going to make a throw, going to bounce off somebody's helmet. Again, talk a lot about covering the width of your shoulders here. Good things happen when you're aggressive down the field. Right here, you can see Dak turn this thing down. Right there, got to go, make a play. Again, talk a lot about defender's got his back turned. He's only covering the width of his shoulders. I should also say top of his head. There it is. I mean, when you're living right, Good things happen right there. My goodness. Get lucky. Take those all the time. Just realize those are not always going to happen. Down here to the bottom, again, when Dak goes to pump this thing right there, I don't think he's pumping that thing. It looks like he's turning that down. He probably could just put it up on Lamb down here to the bottom. It doesn't look like he's getting all the way out here, though. It kind of looks like he's trying to work the tight end, almost like he expects the tight end to do something else and like run out here. But you wouldn't want to run out into a hitch. It just looks like he's lined up to throw this ball as opposed to lined up to throw out to CeeDee Lamb. And if he was lined up to throw out to CeeDee Lamb, you know, this is open, right? That kind of access, that kind of space. So probably could have, should have taken the hitch down here to Lamb. Doesn't get out and create. Again, I know I've said this a few times on this channel, but I think Dak is at his best when he's being aggressive down the field. So we're pushing the ball vertically, and he's got this playmaker attitude, this playmaker vibe, whether it's with his feet, with his arm, his vision. Gets rewarded here with a little bit of luck too. Next one here, 2nd and long again. This time we're going to get out and create again down here to the bottom, this time on the clear. Now it's funny that you get rewarded here for probably running not the best route in the world for 18. Well, another KO for you. But nice job from Dak not throwing this into a cloud corner, using his vision, torquing that thing, getting a big chunk. So again, extending plays. I love to see it. Right here when I'm saying not the greatest effort, to me, he's not running full speed here. That doesn't look like an NFL wide receiver running full speed on a clear. We're going to run this out into what I'm going to call a palms-ish corner. So use a different color. Palms-ish corner here. So he's trying to feather this thing off and kind of play in between. So he can pass this thing off if he wants and come off on the number 2 vertical. So he's going to come off on this thing, think he's going to get a pick right here. That's going to create this big void, and it's exposed, again, because Dak is able to extend. And as you extend, you separate the defense, right? You make these layers pull apart, and it creates the seams down the field for those big plays, for those creative moments out of structure that are so much more open than in structure on time things. So see the stretch. Again, you can see that corner down here. If you're reading that corner right at the bottom of the 30, see him settle his feet and come off right there. You can't throw that ball. Don't want to come off. You can see Dak about to throw it. Great turn down. No. This is just zebra out drive. And just a really nice job from Dak using his eyes. 1, 2, 3. No. Turn down. Get out and create. Eyes downfield. Nice throw. Big chunk. Let's go. 3rd and 11. We're going to try to hit that middle field pipe again by the number 3 tight end up top. To me, I don't get that mad at this throw. I know this is a big collision. 10 years ago, that's an ambulance shot. Nowadays, it's just a contested catch. I think it's a safer throw than it was back in the day. Could 87 catch this ball? You know, it'd be a tough contested catch. I will say, and I will continue to say, okay, one of the things that I dislike about watching Dak play is he just doesn't play with what I would consider an elite base. And what I mean by that is when he gets to the top of his drop and he hitches up, he has a tendency for everything to pop up. So his feet come together. He plays with a narrow base, and I think it leads to spray misses. Now, this is not necessarily a spray miss. I don't think it's a dot. But just watch the lower half here as he moves and kind of gets ready to throw this thing as a tight reset with a great low base. There's his base. Keep that base right there. Don't pop up. Feet come together. Heel click. It's that simple. And just that little extra wasted movement makes us a tick late and the ball sails on us. Just a little high, as opposed to those other dot throws we saw earlier. Now, read-wise, if you didn't like this, you'd raise up and work the number 2 or the number 1 up top on the short end. And you'd probably get it to either one of them. Might get a first down after a catch and yak. Again, I'm not that mad at the decision. I just continue to like to show the evidence of why I don't necessarily love the footwork. And I feel like it's consistent with Dak. It doesn't mean that you can't play football at a high level. It just makes it more difficult to be consistent. That base, keep that base. Even as we get spider camped here. Watch his feet come together. Whoop, right there. Wasted movement, tick late, tick high, tough catch. Halftime. You dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. I sincerely appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It means a lot to me, so thank you for taking the time to do that. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, you know about it. Join, become a member, get even more Quarterback School content. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are the premium content available through the channel. These are deep dives on my favorite football topics. We have courses on RPOs, tempos, pass protection. The best-selling course is how to beat every coverage. We even have an entire offensive system, so hop over there and enroll. The link is in the video description. We also have a bunch of free resources available. Those are also linked in the video description. Finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. Next one here. I just love the aggressiveness from Mike calling these second and long calls. This is a sick one to miss. We're going to miss the tight end, the new number 3 on a sailor at corner. It's a beautiful little scissors combination, a box or quarters killer, and Dak just skymails this thing. He's moving to the left for unknown reasons. He's missing the ball to the left because he's got all these moving parts going to the left. Play fake, left, heel click, Gatorade. You don't see misses like this very often from a dude who has a 300-yard day and 4 touchdowns. I mean, it really is kind of scary what it could have been. So the design-wise here for me, post, here comes that sail coming out. The number 2 runs like that little reverse or loop back underneath. And this is just a quarters killer. And what I mean by that is we're going to watch this safety right here. If he gets depth, and both these guys get depth and go with the post, it's going to create a big old lane right here for the sail or corner to come out of this thing. And again, just one of those throws where you're kind of sick to your stomach that you miss it. And even if you have a great day, you turn on misses like this and you realize, man, it could have been even more special. And again, you be the judge here. I know right now we're watching the concepts down the field come open, but I want you to really lock in on Dak's feet here. When he hits the top of the drop, not lined up to his left, okay, not lined up. That's lined up down the middle. We're then unnecessarily shuffling to our left. Way too much wasted movement, not in rhythm, not on time, making life so difficult on ourselves unnecessarily. Again, that's the level of, well, you don't need to do this with your feet. Why? Why are we moving? Again, I mean, just watch. I'm not even going to say anything. Just watch the feet come together. I mean, that's not the picture you want right there in the purple Gatorade. Next one here, 3rd and 11. We're going to get a little short motion to the bottom, switch release. We'll call it double in. It's not there. Dak's got to go. Go create. He and Cooks are on the same page. Great job finding space, getting a huge chunk. 3rd and 11 to get a chunk like this. And again, you see Washington getting exposed with their pass rush for sure. Okay, don't get it twisted. I'm not blind. But Dak, great job flipping your hips, buying time, being on the same page, scramble big chunks. Again, we've seen it now multiple times. His ability to extend plays and use his vision. So top of the drop, nothing there yet. He feels that thing collapse on his left. He's out. He doesn't look to run, though. It's 3rd and 11. Eyes downfield, flip your hips, buy enough time, see Cooks come out of it, all sorts of space, drive the ball down the field. It's just outstanding, man. It's Dak at his best. Aggressive down the field, playmaker, creative, using his legs to extend and not just get first downs with his legs or look to run, but use his eyes downfield, get big chunks. Love it. Next one here, 3rd and 6. Now, normally I would say I don't love sprinting to a hitch, but this is a little bit more of a pivot, and I like the fact that they get there with motion up top. So it's a nice way for me to create a free access release. You're not going to get bumped like this when you move Lamb. So he's on the move. We're going to fake and essentially naked to the right or keeper this thing to the right. You can see Dak wants to throw it. It's not quite there yet, but we're throwing it to our best player, hopefully creating a one-on-one. So even if you're trying to bracket him, which I would say most teams probably should in this down and distance, you move Lamb across, right? So we're moving him across. So he's going to get a free release, meaning he's not going to have someone in his lap bumping him while he's on the line of scrimmage. Then we're going to run this essentially like stop route as we're moving to it. Now, the timing of it is not necessarily perfect because Dak goes to throw it and turns it down, keeps it going and puts it on him. But I love the fact that we're threatening him down the field vertically. Okay, he's nervous. We're going to run by him, hit the brakes, boom, And again, you can see the timing of this thing is still not perfect. Dak goes to throw it right there and turns it down. Maybe he could have thrown it with some anticipation. That's one thing you continually, I don't think see a lot of with Dak is the anticipation element of it, but he doesn't need it right here. He secures the first down. Again, I love moving the launch point, get him out on the edge, take advantage of his ability to throw off platform on the move, getting it to that guy. Really good versus one-on-one, great strength to be able to extend it, get some hard yak. Next one here, another aggressive second and long call. We're going to hit Cooks down here at the bottom on the over. No to the flat, yes to the over. Just a great job from Dak. Again, looking really comfortable, healthy, out on the edge. Naked keeper this thing. No to the flat right there. Yes to the over. Again, great job with Dak's hips, being able to flip those hips back and make that throw. So again, it's just one of those things where I feel like we talk about it every week. Here's that sneak, slide, or hide flat. Here's that over. And oftentimes most teams will just read this 1 to 2. Now again, it's easier said than done, especially when we're rolling to our left. You want to try to get downhill at these throws. Really nice job by him flipping his hips to be able to make this just a little bit of an easier throw. But there's nothing easy about this. Going to your left, no to the flat, yes to the over. Pretty good coverage too. Again, watch him flip those hips. Whoop, right at the very end, torque that thing. Just a really nice job. Again, I really was impressed with Mike's play calling here on second and long. Just the aggressiveness that he stayed with all game. Again, he doesn't really even flip his hips. It's more of like a moving laterally and kind of just torques them. Whoop. That's a hell of a throw. Next one here, 3rd and 1, touchdown pass. CD Lamb in the slot, going back and forth. He's going to run a little shake, post corner, Colorado, whatever you want to call it. Man coverage. A great job winning at the top of this thing. Doesn't have the leverage, fights through it, has all sorts of space. Dak does a nice job showing the touch. This is just 88, doing 88 things in Dallas. Great job here fighting through the top of this route. Be able to see it from the wide, but Dak just hangs on it. All sorts of pass protection. Look at that. That's like 7-on-7 right there. Thing of beauty. Great job. Again, great pass protection more than anything else. Nice job from Lamb as well at the top of this route. So for me here, when I'm saying little shake post corner, I'm saying we're coming up, we're selling this post, and then at the top of this thing, we're running that corner element of it. And really, it's all about fighting through this outside leverage. So he's got outside leverage right here. You essentially got to try to throw him by you and come out of that thing at the top. It's just a really nice job of being able to fight through that thing. Watch that route. Thing of beauty, middle field closed man. You got to bracket this guy. And even if he is getting bracketed right here, you can't lose leverage if you're that nickel. Great job. And again, when he comes out of this thing at the top, you can see all that space that Dak has to lay that thing out. That's too easy. They are rolling at this point, and it only gets uglier. Just a great job from Dak. Again, I love the aggressiveness of the play call. Take our shot down the field, throw it to our guy. Again, look at the pass protection. This is the definition of losing your 2 best pass rushers trying to play against one of the best teams in the league. Way too easy. Next one here, 2-point play. It looks like on the field it gets ruled an incompletion. It sure looks like a catch, and they give him 2 points. So we're going to assume that this is good. We're going to hit CD Lamb here at the bottom on the back line. This to me is probably flat mesh to in, and it's a great job from Dak drilling this thing into a congested middle of the field. And just a really nice job here making this thing work. It's a beautiful shot here from the end zone. I'm not sure how the back judge misses it standing right in front of the pole there. Happens right in his lap. But no to the flat, no to the mesh, yes to the in. And again, look when he lets this thing go. Ooh. Okay, Dak. High back 5. Love to see it. Now, it's not, I would say, not perfectly executed. And what I mean by that is I personally think Cooks up top probably should be the person on the under on the mesh. So again, the design here, I love the idea of using this shift and then bring the motion back across and have him into the flat. So almost guaranteed that this action right here into the flat is the number 1. Okay, that thing happens first. So we're going to make sure that the defense tries to outflank us. They got to outflank us to take that away. And when they do that with someone, that's going to create space in the middle. Now the mesh here that comes off of this, so if this is the flat and that's 1, the mesh here by the tight end and the backside number 1. To me, you normally want the person who's coming towards the first read to be under. So that's where I would want that to be under, to be 2. So if this is 1, that would be 2 because it kind of happens in the quarterback's eyes. Very rarely would you want the bigger body and the guy going away from the first read to be the guy under. Now, maybe they got something special dialed up. I don't know. If I had to guess, I would say he just takes a bad angle and should be underneath here, underneath the tight end. So that's the mesh. And here's the back line from Lamb. So just a really nice job. We'll watch that flat down here to the bottom, get out leveraged. There it is. Nice job by the nickel jumping around. Out leverage. Now watch the tight end, 87 and Cooks. See, to me, the tight end goes underneath there. It's a tough ask for Cooks. Maybe that's what they want. I don't know. Regardless, CeeDee Lamb does a great job working the back line. Right up on him. Again, outstanding. The little trick of the trade there is to work the top of the letters as opposed to the back line of the end zone. You work the top of the end zone logo and you give yourself room to catch this and keep your feet in. So again, just use the visual line of the top of the letters as kind of the spot you want to run across on these backline routes. Again, watch CeeDee Lamb here to the right. Look at him lean to his right and create separation right there. That's separation. That's what 88 does. So no to the flat, no to the mesh, yes to the back line. Beautiful throw. Hell yes. Last one here, 3rd and 6, touchdown pass. Bottom of the screen, the number 3. Putting a 2-on-1 on the safety at the bottom, and that's just way too easy. No one around him for 5-ish yards. 3rd and 6 for an easy touchdown. 31 here, standing in the right A-gap, is just too slow. Can't handle 9 running down the seam. Nowhere close to making that play. So a few things. What this play is essentially we're running down the middle and on the outside go. You're putting a 2-on-1 on this safety. They're getting to half field coverage. Okay? They're putting a 2-on-1. You read this thing inside out usually. Now, the guy who's supposed to take this thing away, 31, is standing right here, damn near at the line of scrimmage, in the feet of the defensive lineman. He's trying to run to the middle of the field and play that Tampa. He never gets close. This is simply, Washington getting exposed on the back end over and over and over. It's a great job from Dak. He's almost kind of like half surprised. It's almost like he pumps to the outside guy. Watch him pump to Cooks at the outside right there, and watch what that does to the safety at the bottom. Whoop! Oh my God. Dak is feeling it right now. So not only are they getting exposed with their pre-snap alignment, so that's tough right there. To ask somebody to run to the middle of the field from the line of scrimmage is really tough. But then the safety down here is back here. Dak pumps to the outside go, right? Pump him, make him kind of spin like he's going to make this play and then have to spin back to the middle. And we've got 2 people that can't get there, and we're just streaking down the field full speed. So again, it's a beautiful design. I can't say enough about the aggressiveness of the play calling. Ripping it down the field. Dak is in rhythm on one. Great job manipulating the safety, and that's a beautiful throw. That's too easy. I don't know how you score on Thanksgiving in Dallas and not go jump into that Salvation Army pot. Looks too good. That's a hell of a play. What a day. So that is a wrap. Dak Prescott, the Cowboys rolling. My goodness, putting the absolute thunder beat down on Washington. Dak doing it all. Throwing it down the field, creative, extending plays with his legs, using his vision. I really liked how Mike McCarthy was calling this game. I love the aggressiveness down the field. When you couple that with 88 on the perimeter and then Dak's ability to extend, and it's his ability to extend and keep his eyes down the field and get big chunk plays, bail them out of some tough situations, just really fun to watch. Now, can they do it when it matters? Can they do it against teams that match their ability, their roster, their depth, their skill on the perimeter up front? We'll see. Only time will tell. But man, they beat the doors off Washington for a big Thanksgiving Day win. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.